What's going on, folks? It's the Mental Manny. I'm your host, Rossi, and I really wanted to make a video about how your life really can change and that it's never too late to change, and change can happen faster than you might think. Because I feel like we get stuck in loops in life, we get stuck in these cycles, these negative frames of mind, and we just don't really see a way out of it, and we don't see that it could happen within a couple of months, whether it be a couple of months or a year or a couple of years. Who's to say? But we just don't see that that's possible when we're in that state. So I wanted to just speak a little bit about how it is possible and how I've seen it for myself and how I've gone about it and how I made those decisions, and just generally speak about it. Because I was in a really bad place a couple of years ago. That was very bad English. A couple of years ago, I was in a pretty bad place. Not only mentally, but physically. I was going through... Is the word bereavement? I don't know. I'm trying to sound technical. I was going through pain, let's say, mentally and physically. Not only was I a little bit too comfortable with where I was at, I was kind of egging it on, and I was kind of almost happy with where I was at, and I was happy to continue the way I was because I didn't see it getting better. So I thought to myself, well, it's better I accept where I am and it still be like this than not accepting where I am. Do you know what I mean? I might as well be happy. So I went through a time with drugs, alcohol, lots of unhealthy stuff, but I went through a lot of stuff in my head: depression, anxiety, PTSD, anniversary effects, stuff like that. And all of these kind of became this conglomerate of negative thinking, and I just really didn't see a way it was going to ever end. And it seemed like it went on forever, honestly. It seemed like it went on forever and that it really wasn't going to stop anytime soon. But I promised myself from the day I started that I was stopping the drugs. I was stopping the alcohol, stopping the smoking by the age 20. And that's what I did. I'm 21 now. And I said to myself, when that time was coming up, that them last few times I did whatever I was doing, that this was going to be the last time. And then there needed to be change. But I didn't know where that change and how it was going to form and what that change might be. No one knows. No one really has an idea of how that change is going to impact their life or what form it's going to come in. For me, it came in the form of something very, very negative and really hit home with me. Really just kind of set in the tone of like, you need to change. You need to get out of this place mentally and physically. So the first step I took was cutting off certain friendship circles that really weren't benefiting me mentally or physically. So again, it's about this mental physical balance that's going on. So I cut those people off. I said to myself, I need time alone. Not only do I need time alone, I need to be working, not in a job, so to speak, but working on the mental and physical. So I signed up for therapies. I went to do volunteering. I ended up not doing that, and I feel really bad about it, but I started making movements. I'd never done physical exercise for about 5 years up until that point, and I started doing physical exercise. I'd not ate healthily in years. Started eating healthily. Started gaining my weight. And little step by step, all the things that I saw from those couple of years that I spent really messing myself up, I saw what messed me up. So like eating, I became underweight. How do I fix this? Step 1, eat a little bit more. Just a little bit. Don't matter how much that little bit is, it's still a bit more than you did. So I did that for a while, got my eating up, got my exercise back up, and then I cut out all the drugs, all that stuff, all the bad stuff. And I was still in this negative mind space. I was thinking, this isn't changing, this isn't happening fast. It's not like they say it is, like you quit and everything's going to be fine. I still felt the same. I still felt exactly the same as I did when I was doing drugs. And I didn't realize in my head and the place I was in that change is slow. It could be fast for you, but it is slow. Trust me, it's slow. When you're trying to evolve from, it's almost like being reborn or evolving into something else. You've spent so long messing yourself up or being messed up that you forget that it could take that long or longer to get yourself back to where you want to be. And that's something we have to accept. But along this way, I found it difficult to kind of accept the small good things that were happening, the changes. I just didn't want to see it. But now I'm at a place where I look back and I could see the little steps that I was taking. It was really difficult to see while I was there. And the point of this video is to tell you, even though it may not seem like anything's different, stuff is happening. Change is always happening. You are constantly evolving. Just make sure you're taking the little steps needed. Because like I say with the eating thing, if you're eating, doesn't matter how much more, as long as it's more, or if you're trying to lose weight less, a little bit less than you were, you're creating change, no matter how slow or fast it comes. That change is happening. You've created that. That's something very, very positive that you can take into your life. Because change is one of the only things we get given the choice of. We're here on this planet and we aren't given answers. We aren't given everything we need. Well, we're given everything we need, but we don't know what to do. So as soon as you know what to do, know you're making the right choice, because when you're starting to take these steps, it's not gonna, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be this fit, healthy person, because that's not the way it works. What you're gonna have to do is take the little steps. And it'll still slowly pick up, and maybe 2 years down the line, you see a bigger benefit. And you gotta keep doing this. It's not something that you can just like do maybe 2 years and then stop and then expect you to be fine for the rest of your life. It's something we gotta constantly work on, because our minds are constantly changing. The chemicals are coming in and out, going up and down, or however you want to perceive it. Everything's always changing. And you've got to move with that change, and you've got to keep making change. Because that's how we flow with this system, with this eco balance that we have on the planet. And this is how you evolve as a person. Not only will your personality traits grow stronger through doing this, but you will become so much better off in life. You will start thinking more positively. You will start acting more positively. And you just might not see it. That's the thing. You might not see it, but it really is happening. You've just got to kind of accept that it's happening and you don't see it. You've got to kind of maybe be in that cocky headspace and think, yeah, I'm really changing. Do you know what I mean? Even if you don't see it, just kind of fake it till you make it, because one day you're going to sit there and you're going to thank yourself for doing all that work. You're going to thank yourself for looking after yourself. but you're not going to do it in the moment because it doesn't matter then. The time and the place that it'll matter is when something really bad could have happened and you've saved yourself from that. Or you had a close call and what you did saved yourself from that. So you'll really, really thank yourself later on for doing what you do now and changing what you change now. We can't thank ourselves in the moment. That is a future thing to do. You've just got to realize that change is always possible. It doesn't matter how old or young you are, how bad it's got. You can always make some change. And I'm not saying you're making like life-changing decisions. I'm saying you can always benefit yourself and you can always look after yourself. And that's what I want to promote on this channel, because I care about you guys and I care for myself, and not in a egotistical way. I actually care, and I care about my family, and I want people to be happy. I want people to be healthy. And I really do care. I really, really care. And I just want people to know that they can make change in their life and they can be happy and they can be healthy. And we can all just benefit ourselves. And it's not selfish. You're just looking after yourself. See it, if you see it as being selfish towards yourself, see it as you're helping yourself to help other people. Because the more you help yourself, the more you're helping other people. The better you look after yourself, the better you're able to look after someone else. Because if you're in a bad state, you're not really in a state to take other stuff on. Whereas you might be in a better state and you'd be able to take on someone else's and help them through it. So that's kind of just the way I see things. This is all my personal experience and advice. You can take it with a grain of salt. You can do whatever you want with this information. But I'll put it out here anyway. Maybe it's very philosophical. Maybe it's very wishful thinking. I don't know. But that's how I see it. And that's how I view it. This is how I go about my life. And this is how I want other people to see that there is these opportunities. And that there is the chance of change. You just got to make those steps. And I really, really hope that through me kind of having these very set in stone rules of my life, that maybe that can help someone else. Who knows? But I really do appreciate if you've made it this far through the video. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. I'll leave all social links in the description below. And as always, you can join the Mental Family by subscribing. Hit that bell note. Always get it wrong. Bell icon, and you'll get notifications whenever I live stream. I also do like different episodes of like stories and stuff on here. I do live stream on Twitch a little bit, not that often. But I'm mainly on here in the social media, so if you want to catch me, you can catch me. Right, I'm gonna head off now because it's super, super late and I got stuff to do. I gotta look after myself. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I will. Yeah? Okay. I'll see you guys then.